Hi, Sarah. I'm Ashley. It's nice to meet you. First of all, I just want to say that you did such a great job. I think you carried yourself with such confidence and comfort, and it seemed like it came really naturally to you. So kudos and awesome for that. Also, I noticed you were really good about being attentive in your video. There was lots of nodding and you were making eye contact. That's something I noticed within myself when I watched my video that I didn't do a whole lot. I would kind of wander off and look. I tend to do that a lot. So you did a really great job at that. I'm going to go along with this like glows and grows because I think that's really awesome. Somebody posted that. But an area where you could grow, I think, is making space to connect with your client. Your questioning was really great. You were using a lot of hows and whats, the open-ended questioning. But I even noticed in the beginning, this is when I think about counseling somebody new. See, I'm looking off into space again. When I think about counseling somebody who I'm unfamiliar with or new, I think it's really important to make those like personal connections to where they can see you, not as just an individual who's helping them, but with somebody who's also down on their level and can level with him. So for instance, in the beginning when he was, sorry, my dogs are in the background. When he was talking about himself and what he does, if you could find a way in that space, actually a concrete example that I have here written down is when he was talking about how it was stressful, to communicate when there were so many other people there. You could say something about like, yeah, how I could see how that could be stressful when there's a lot of people in the room trying to talk. It's hard to get your word in sometimes. Or when he was talking about sarcasm in text message, we all know that can be so challenging. And so even just relating into that sense, like, yeah, it really is hard. There is a lot of miscommunication when sarcasm is put into text, just so you can relate to him on that level. And then the other thing I was going to say about regarding questioning is you did a fantastic job of using a why question. I think I feel that why is always a difficult question to ask because when I'm asked why in counseling, I feel like I start to overanalyze. I am in counseling, but I start to overanalyze things, and I think that can lead down a little bit of a stressful path sometimes. But the way you used it, he said lately it's been more difficult communicating in the very beginning, and you asked, well, why do you think that is? Oftentimes I think why can come off as judgmental too. So I just wanted to say you did be careful. I think it's important to be a little bit careful with using the word why, but in this sense, I think it felt like you handled it in it was a good way. It didn't seem to lead down a path like that because you specifically asked, well, why do you think that is for him, it to be difficult with communicating? The next thing I also really loved how just the questions you were asking him, as I said before, well, how did that go? Or what do you think you could do to alleviate that stress? Like maybe setting a goal. I think that was really great the way you put that on him. Actually, all of it, you were putting him in control of the way that he handled it individually. And that feels, as a person in counseling also, that feels, and just based off the readings, that feels really important to it for our steps that we take to be personal and for it not to be told. When somebody kind of makes a plan for you, that doesn't always, I feel like it's easier to not hold yourself accountable to that. And then, you were saying, how would you fit that in? I just loved some of the questions you were asking. I think that it like really dug deep into what he was going to do and then how he was going to do it. And another thing the last thing I was going to say that I'm going to actually take from you is that you asked him at the very end, or I'm going to utilize, not take it from you, sorry. But you asked him at the end, what's something else you can do? You're making an alternative plan, because the reality is sometimes plan A always doesn't work out, or it's like trial by error. And so when plan A doesn't work out, it was nice that he has that plan B ready for him just in case as a backup. So yeah, that's what I have in response to your video. You did a fantastic job, and I really enjoyed watching it, and I am excited to keep working with you. Thanks. Enjoy your week.